Hey, how's it going? Craig here from Soundiron, and in this video we're going to be exploring the Kontakt Player Bundle. This is a collection of 13 premium Soundiron virtual instrument libraries built for native instruments Kontakt, Komplete Kontrol and NKS standard hardware. In this bundle you'll find Ambius Prime, Antidrum Machine, Apocalypse Percussion Elements, Elysium Harp, Emotional Piano, Glitch Hero, Mercury Boys Choir Elements, Motor Rhythms, Olympus Choir Elements, Requiem Light Symphonic Choir, Voices of Gaia, Voices of Rage, and Voices of Rapture. At the time that you're watching this video and until June 30th, 2024, you can get it on sale now during our summer sale. So this video is not going to be a deep dive, it's more going to be exploring it and playing some of the different patches and presets to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what's included in this bundle. Alright, so first up we're going to be checking out our Ambius Prime, and this library is a sound design powerhouse. It's got an XY pad and allows you to blend between a lot of different really cool ambiances. So let's check out some of these. This is the transmissions from Ambius 1. And you'll see you have this XY pad that you can blend between 4 different layers. And if you click down here, you'll see that you have a few different options. So if you want to turn on the XY pad and just let it do its thing, you can do that. So let's check that out. And then if you want to quickly audition some of these different banks and sounds, you can do that here. There's a whole bunch of different ones that you can choose from. So if you want to turn this off and just listen to one layer, we can do that. So let's check out some of these banks. And then you have a bunch of different sounds within these categories. So when we created this compendium, we also added some new content, so let's check out a little bit of that before we move on. Alright, so the next library we're going to be checking out is our Antidrum Machine, and if you're one of those people that like to make beats and grooves out of things that aren't usually percussion, this is the library for you. And right now I have the metal ensemble loaded up, but if you see as we're going through some of these folders, so if you click ensemble, you have a bunch of different stuff, some different categories, all types of things that you can use to create some really interesting percussive sounds and grooves. So let's just check out some of the sounds here within the Antidrum Machine. Alright, so that was the metal ensemble. Let's check out this other one called Reverberant. So a lot of really cool and interesting percussion, from kind of horns to some big sort of drum hits, some different shouts, a lot of really cool stuff. All right, so for this next ensemble, the category is called Weird. So Let's have a listen to this. So you can see there's a lot of really weird and unique sounds that aren't typically thought of when it comes to percussion, but can give your track a unique twist. All right, so next we're going to be checking out our Apocalypse Percussion Elements. This is the Elements version of the full version of the Apocalypse Percussion Ensemble, and this library is perfect for any kind of epic percussion where you really need some big, impactful, and mix-ready drums. So let's check out some of these. This is the standard all NKI. So the next library that we're going to be checking out is Elysium Harp, and this library contains a 47-string grand concert pedal harp, and it's beautiful sounding and really great for a lot of different types of use cases, especially if you're doing any kind of classical or orchestral scoring. So let's check this out. So that was the main NKI, and I want to show you the special articulations NKI. And when you go into this little icon right here, it'll bring you into this area where there's a mixer, a sequencer, some different pedal options. And right here you can change the articulation. So we have a fingernail, so if you want to hear that. And then we also have some harmonics. So if you want a little bit more of a delicate sound. Or some xylophonics. So the last thing I want to show in Elysium Harp is the glisses, and there's a lot of really cool glisses. So if you click this right here, you'll see all the different ones. So let's check out some of these C major 7 glisses. Check out another one. So we also have some C minor pentatonic. So let's check out one more. This is the F sharp major cascades. Next, we're going to be checking out our emotional piano, and this instrument is a walnut-bodied Kawai grand piano, great for any type of intimate or cinematic scoring. So let's have a listen. Next, we're going to be checking out Glitch Hero, and this library is packed with a bunch of different individual libraries, perfect for any type of EDM or electronic scoring. And you can see right here we have a bunch of different libraries like Crystal, Cube, Drip, Low, Shimmer, Shutter, and Tape. So right now I have Shimmer loaded up. And this library is really cool, especially if you're doing any kind of music for like mobile app games and things like that, and you really want some bright, sparkly, and percussive sounds. This one's cool for that. So this is the low ensemble, very different from what you just heard, just to show you a little bit of the variety that comes within Glitch Hero. So it doesn't just stop with a lot of the different percussive hits, downers and risers and sounds like that. We also created some ambiances from this content as well. So let's check out these. These are from Shutter, and these are the Shutter ambiances. So let's have a listen to some of these. And then there's a couple different sources you could play around with these. So there's some different banks and presets that you can choose. So let's just solo these a little bit. Let's try a different one. And let's try a different preset. So you can see there's a lot of different ambiances to choose from. So now let's check out some of the shimmer ambiances. Next, we're going to be checking out Motor Rhythms, and this is a drum kit unlike any that you've heard before because this was all built using raw automobile parts. So let's have a listen to this. There's also some really cool features in this library. So if you click over here, there's a mixer, which has a close and far mic. And then you also have an arpeggiator. So if you want to play around with this, let's just set it to down and up and just let the arpeggiator do the work. So you can play around with the graph here if you want to modify it a little bit, or you can also play around with the note values. So if you want to make it a little bit slower, and with a lot of these libraries, we also have an effects rack. So if you head over here to the effects rack, there's a bunch of different effects that you can add on here. So if you want to add some reverb, we could do that. So a lot of really cool stuff. Next, we're going to be checking out our Mercury Boys Choir Elements. This is the Elements version of the full Symphonic Boys Choir. So if you're looking to add some boys choir to your choir arsenal, this is the one to check out if you're just wanting to dive in and get a feel for it. So there's legatos, sustains, choral effects, ambiances, lots of different really cool things. So let's check out some of the legato. So something to check out that's really cool is that you have these two different layers. So you have ahs and oohs. And if you want to blend between these using this blend slider right here, you can do that. So if you want to learn this to your mod wheel, you can do that. And then let's check that out. Really awesome in being able to shape those vowels. Now let's have a listen to some of the vowel sustains. These are the ahs. And here you also have that blend feature, so if you want to add that in, let's learn that. Keep it on the same MIDI slider. Let's check this out. Now this next library should need no introduction. It is the Elements version of our Olympus Symphonic Choir. This library, if you are looking to get into our choir libraries like the full Symphonic Choir, which contains Venus and Mars, men and women choir, this is the one to check out if you're looking to dive into it. And there's also a micro version of this too. So let's go ahead and check this out. This is the Legato Men's Divisi, and let's have a listen to this. Now let's have a listen to the women's legato divisi. The next thing I want to show you is some sustains, and this is the ensemble, which contains men and women. So let's have a listen to this. And then if you want to add some more reverb, you can click and turn this on. So let's have a listen to this. So next we're going to be checking out our Requiem Light Symphonic Choir, and if you're looking to have a few different flavors of choirs, the Kontakt Player Bundle is really cool because you're going to have that with Olympus, as well as Requiem and the Mercury. So this is the Marcato Ensemble, one of my favorite patches, and let's just listen to a little bit of these sustains. So we have a few different. Let's check out this one right here. But one of my favorite things about this is that if you go down here to phrase, click this little icon right here, you can cycle through some different phrases. That's really cool, so you can get that kind of... So that Duel of the Fates type of sound, which is one of my favorite things, and just being able to play it, so much fun. cool and a lot of fun to play. So before we wrap up looking at Requiem Lite, I want to show you some of the effects too, because there's some really cool effects in here. So let's check out this one. We also have some breathing effects. Some consonant shouts. And some whisper chants. Then we even have some stomping sounds. As well as some claps. So if you ever need a little round of applause, thank yourself for a hard day's work, this is great for that. Next, we're going to be checking out Voices of Gaia. This library contains 4 different singers exploring world and soundtrack music with indie solo vocalists, and it really has a unique touch to it. So this is the Francesca Phrases Bombastic. Really cool, especially if you're doing any kind of world music. So the next singer I want to show you is Bryn, and he has some really cool phrases, and these are the Arabian key phrases. And a lot of these libraries have not only just legato, sustain, staccatos, and different phrases by key and set. This is one of them that really showcases it in a specific style. So let's check out some of these. The next phrases I want to show you are from Strawberry, and these are really cool, especially if you want some dark and very moody type of female vocals. And this is a little bit of the legato. And also in this library is our very own Michael Peasley. So he has a very unique sound to his voice, very powerful and very broad. And let's check out some of these phrases. These are the dark 100 BPM key phrases. These ones are a little bit more gentle sounding. You can hear some of them are very dynamic, from more softer types of sounds to more powerful. And then you can also change the keys, so that's C major, so let's have a listen to D major. One more. A lot of power and soul in those vocals. Next, we have the aggressive and powerful sounds that are Voices of Rage. This library contains 5 different singers that all have their own different types of metal and aggressive styles. And first I want to show you is Redouan. He's the newest singer that we've added to Voices of Rage. And let's just have a listen to some of these. This is the Word Master. So you can hear his vocals have a very brutal sound, and he has a few different types of low growls, black metal screams, and more aggressive types of grunts. So let's check out a couple more singers. So Mixie is one of the female singers that we have in this collection. She sings for the group Stitched Up Heart, and she has a few different types of vocals, and these are really aggressive and very sort of almost like shriekish. And you can see these are the evil sounds, so if we go over here to Rage, we can hear a little bit of a different type of sound. A little bit more of like a metalcore scream. And then down here on the bottom right, you can see the word that she's singing, and you can also program all these different words in as well. And you can even layer these together, so if you want to hear them both at the same time, let's check that out. So you can really get these very powerful and brutal and aggressive types of vocals using some of these singers. Last but not least, we're going to be checking out our Voices of Rapture, and this library is our premium operatic solo vocalist collection that contains 4 different singers. So let's just get right into it and check out our soprano legato, and this is just one of my favorite legatos. There's ah and oo, so let's check out the oo now. And she also has some French and Latin phrases, so let's have a listen to some of the French phrases. Next, let's have a listen to some of the legato from the alto in this group. So the alto also does some French and Latin phrases, so let's have a listen to her Latin phrases. Next, let's have a listen to the tenor. These are some of the French phrases. Next, we have the bass of the group, and these are some of the phrase hums. So if you ever need some hum type phrases, we have some of these to check out. These are the vowel forte. So these are cool if you just want some phrases that don't necessarily have any sort of French or Latin types of pronunciations of words. It's really just a powerful type of vowel. So those are the A sharp and F, and then we also have some C and G. Let's check these out. So for fun, let's now have a listen to some of the Latin phrases from the bass.
Tu mater es misericordiae, templum extitisti, Dominus tecum Virgo serena.
So as you can hear, the Kontakt Player Bundle comes with a ton of really awesome content, perfect for filling in those gaps whenever you need them most. So if you want to learn more about the Kontakt Player Bundle and get it on sale now during the summer sale as the time that we post this video until June 30th, head over to soundiron.com to learn more. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you in the next video. Take care.